12 Tools to Better Communication. What is the purpose of life if not to connect with others and to the rest of the world? Even if you're an introvert, you're going to have to express your comfort levels and limitations. And what's the only way to do that? Communication. Welcome to Savvy, where we have lots of practical wisdom to share. This video with you watching and me talking is communication. So let me ask you, what are the tools for better communication? Stick with us and we'll find out together, because today we will be talking about 12 tools to better communication. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button below, and while you're at it, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more advice here at Savvy. Number 1, it's all in the eyes. To effectively express what you intend to say is to look someone in the eye. The eyes are windows to the soul, and they speak more than you realize. At the other end of a conversation, the one you are talking to is also doing the same. If they avert their eyes more than usual, then that person may not be interested at all in what you're saying. Most of the time, people avert their eyes to send out a signal or a plea to just please end the conversation already. This can be useful in the event of a conversation where you are uncomfortable, but for those chats that are important to you, make sure to maintain eye contact. It may be hard and intimidating for some, but practice makes perfect. Number 2, let positivity join in. For a worthwhile discussion, keep the communication as positive as possible. After all, the main ingredients of a conversation are words. Instead of saying, "Your work is a disaster," try, "Your work is valued, but it may need some improvement." Life is hard enough without the sting of negative words and emotions. Let positivity reign in the conversation and see the quality of how the talk is going to go. Number 3, listen well. And I mean listen well. Don't just pretend to listen to someone. It's better to be a good listener than to talk 90% of the time. Genuinely try to understand what the other person has to say. To be a good listener is to also communicate affirming body language. Nod to points you understand and do the number 1 thing in this list. Maintain eye contact. The opposite of not listening well and ruining a conversation is also shown through your body movements. Crossed arms, a tapping foot, or looking elsewhere. If you don't want to ruin a conversation, make sure to avoid these. And again, if a conversation makes you uncomfortable, politely excuse yourself. Number 4, be inquisitive. One takeaway from being interested in a conversation is asking questions to the other person. I mean, why would you ask if not to get more out of the topics, right? To let your colleague know of your interest, ask him more about what he's talking about, and he'll be sure to fill you in with more details. Number 5, body language. Again, as we have briefly discussed in number 3, body language is just as important as the words that come out of our mouths. I'm emphasizing the consequences of unmatched body language and words this time. Since actions speak louder than words, be aware that what you say matches what you show. It can be hurtful if you claim to be enjoying the story your friend is telling you about her trip to the Bahamas, if your face itself is showing a very tight and fake smile. If you are really interested, your smile won't be as staged and your voice pitch would be cheery rather than monotone. Remember, match your body language with your words. Number 6, put your phone away. Picture this. It's your birthday and you and your family decide to eat out at a restaurant outside the city. When you all get there and ordered food, the waiter said it would take a bit more time to serve your orders, so you decide to have a meaningful family discussion with your family. Unfortunately, as soon as the waiter walks away, each of your family members takes out their phones. I mean, sure, They are responding to your conversations, but their attention is on the virtual reality inside a tiny gadget. If you ask me, it verges on rude. It doesn't have to be a special location to skip the phones over real conversations, but it has to be considered in every conversation, no exemptions. In instances where there are emergency calls, excuse yourself. Number 7, respectfully object. While conversations are mostly about non-controversial topics, it can't be assumed that there are conversations where opinions are divided, as in the case of politics or child upbringing, for example. To effectively hold a decent exchange of ideas, it's important to respectfully object or express one's view politely. This not only ensures a healthy conversation, but a healthy relationship with the other person as well. It highlights that you value good communication and that you expect nothing less from the other speaker as well. Number 8, skip the ums. Filler words are unavoidable, but do skip them as much as you can because they make the communication lose its quality. While it's natural to resort to in real life, try pausing instead to let the other person know that you are thinking of something particular before speaking. Number 9, don't interrupt. Even if you object to some ideas a person is currently saying to you, let her finish first before making your point. Just like number 7, this means you value her ideas, even if they don't match your beliefs. Never cut off someone because that might catch them off guard and might result in anger and frustration. Be respectful by letting the other person finish what they have to say. Number 10, empathy. This tool is one you can do without the other person knowing. It's having the empathy to understand the depth and meaning of the conversation. This means that while the other is talking, you do a quick and genuine check on his overall demeanor and state while he is talking. By doing this, you try to understand the why part of his conversation. Is he distressed? Does he need help more than he is showing? Try to practice this tool and it just might help someone in a big way. Number 11, clarity is key. This tool goes hand in hand with number 8. When you communicate, always do so with the intention of making your point as clear as possible. Stop being vague and save time in actually expressing what you want to address. There is nothing more stressful than piece together a confusing conversation. Finally, number 12, think first, speak after. It's easy to get fueled by your emotions and then express those emotions through words. The catch? You may not mean everything you say afterwards, but the words have been spoken and there's no taking them back, especially when you try to sell an idea or to convince other people of your opinion. It's imperative to think first before speaking. This is the golden rule of good communication. Well, that is enough practical wisdom for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below. We will be posting 4 to 5 videos per week. So click that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of our new videos weekly. Thanks everyone and see you in the next video. Ciao!